So, welcome back to the channel, guys. Dave from Horizon Fish Keeping. I'm going to be doing a daily update on my sick ram. Hopefully this works. I've no idea if it's going to work. There's a little bit of oversight that I've missed out on the original plan that I had. So we've been mixing this. I'm keeping a record just on my whiteboard here. So 10 milliliters of tank water with 1/4 teaspoon of penicillin. I've been doing a full dose of that yesterday and today. That should be the 15th. I put the 14th, unfortunately, but we're going to keep a bit of a detailed sort of what's going on. And the oversight that I've made in this tank is I didn't actually realise what penicillin as a drug is. So obviously it's an antibacterial medicine. So to keep us established tanks like this one here, we want to build bacteria in the sponge and all around the tank to maintain the fish's health. And if you notice, the tank, I've come home today, the tank's under meds, so this is quarantine now. Obviously the tank today has come back and it's real misty. So I've come home from work, the tank's real misty compared to like these tanks that are really clear in the fish room. Obviously these guys are under medication. And obviously I've realised at that point, when I walked through the door today, that penicillin as a drug is a medication to destroy bacteria. And ultimately, me putting penicillin into this quarantine tank at the moment is going to destroy the bacterial base that we had from everywhere in the tank, all the surfaces, the sponge filters, etc. The ram's doing really well. I don't think the dose is enough. You can probably see there. I'm not even convinced that this ram's got any sort of bacterial problems. I actually think that it could be a tumour at this time. If we can try and get it to turn. Sorry about dirty fingernails, guys. I work on a construction site in muddy places, and that's just how I come home. So if we can try and get him to turn, you'll probably see that it's more tumour-like than an infection, which I'm really worried about. Obviously, I don't want this guy to suffer, and I'm considering every option I've got at the moment. If you guys are fish keepers that have got a longer time than me, have got any advice on this, if you can see anything that you've seen similar to this before, and you want to throw a recommendation at me. I mean, I've tried literally everything. I'm just really at a wit's end and a loss at the moment on what to do. I'm going to do these short videos every evening, and hopefully we can resolve this issue. It's made like a real molmy mess. This was black gravel this morning when I left for work, and it's basically just killed everything. All the bacteria in the tank is just totally gone, and it's turned the water really misty. So I'm going to do a water change. I don't know what to do. I'm really at a loss with this situation at the moment. I've tried these medicines, I've tried salt, I've tried everything that I can find in the UK. I really don't want him to die. He's one of my favourite fish. He's really personable, and it'll be a real shame to not for him to pass away at this point. And I'm just putting everything. I'm putting every effort into trying to save him. And I know I'm taking a risk, self-medicating on the penicillin, but I've just got no more options, and I don't want to see him suffering, to be honest. So it's so hard. This is the thing about fish keeping, especially when you've got like fish tanks like this. To not have any advice, or I mean, it's even made me think. I was talking to my partner last night, like. I'm self-employed. I've got my own business. Is it too long or broad for me to sort of quit my business at this point and get someone employed through me to continue my business, and then maybe I could go on a veterinary course, specialising in aquatic pets. That's the point that I'm at, and it's not just because of this ram. This ram's one of my favourite fish, but I actually want to extend my knowledge on aquatic pets, and like there's just no one in the UK. Like, could I be that person? I might have to do like a 5 or 6 year university course to get a master's or whatever in veterinary aquatic pet healthcare, whatever. I'm actually willing to do that just to enhance the hobby, and for you guys to have someone to call. Like, if someone makes a step to doing this sort of this education where they can have someone on the line 24 hours a day that can answer questions, show me some photographs, what's going on in the water, you know, show me your water parameters, etc. Like, would that improve the hobby? I don't know. At this point in time, I'm not sure what to do. I mean, this is what I've got. I ain't got a zoo or an aquarium where kids come and visit or all like that. I've just got these fish tanks in my room, but I really care for my animals. These guys are my pets. As much as I breed them, and I've got them in my fish room, they're still 150% in my care, and I want to give them the best health they can possibly get, the best food. I pay for the most expensive food that you can buy. I hatch baby brine shrimp. I spend a lot of time with my pets and my animals, and I don't want stuff like this to happen where they're suffering. I mean, I don't know if this fish is suffering or if there's something that I could do differently. It really gets to me that there's no one to help. It really gets to me. There's so many specialists in the world, and there's just no one to give me advice, and it really gets to me that. So I don't know where I'm going to make a move on my career choices at the time. Like I'd love to be the guy that breaks the ice and says, right, I'm going to quit my job. I'm going to university for the next 6 years. I'm going to learn everything I can about aquatic pets, saltwater, freshwater, all the diseases, disease control, stuff like that. And and I'll be the guy that breaks the mold. But as it stands now, I need to do a water change on this tank. But what I'm trying to get to is, like, I'm trying to make medicine out of nothing here, and it's really annoying because obviously I've killed the bacteria in the tank, so I know that the water needs to be changed. But when I change the water, I'm obviously pulling the medication out of the water as well, which is a real pain because I'm trying to keep track of the dosage. So at the moment, like now, I know I've got like half a teaspoon of penicillin, which is about 2.5 grams. I've been weighing it out, and I've got 20 millilitres of mixed tank water, which is going into a 20 litre tank. So it's really difficult to keep track, and obviously I don't want it all to be for nothing. If I end up doing something wrong and my ram decides to pass away or whatever, I need to be in full control of what happens with the dosage measurements and things, because I don't want it to be for nothing. I want to have tested it out, and yes, he's fine, or no, he passed away. The dosage was too high. At that point, I know that we're over medicating, and I can adjust that if the problem ever comes across again. So this is a bit of a morbid video, guys. It's not one that I like to do. Thank you so much for your support on all my channel and my videos. I'm going to do a daily update on this tank. It could end in disaster, like I said. We're going to be keeping track on the whiteboard here and the measurements. I'm really keen on knowing the dosages that I'm giving on the penicillin. I'm pretty sure, I mean, it looks, if I were totally honest, it looks like a tumour. I don't think it's sort of an infection based problem, but I've got to give it my all, and I've got to do the penicillin route just in case it is. If it's not, it's all for nothing really, but at least I tried my best to save my fish. So I really appreciate you guys watching this. It's a bit of one of them, innit? Like, I'm just documenting this on my channel for you guys to sort of see what I'm doing. I'm sure there's many countries that can't get medication for their animals like the US can, and I've had comments on my previous video saying that the medication that fish get are very similar, fish and animals in general are very similar, and also from the same manufacturer as for humans. So I'm just taking it on my own back to try and solve this problem. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll be on tomorrow night again. I'm going to drop another video, and hopefully you'll tune into that, and we'll see where we're at. I'm going to do a water change on this 50%, and I'm going to do a full dose again in the morning. So it's probably going to look very similar in Mist Day, but stay tuned, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.